All right, husbands, it's January 2020. Valentine's Day is about a month away. If you've not been thinking about Valentine's Day, you have been making a big mistake. Stick around as we begin to tackle some things that we can do to prepare for Valentine's Day. Hello once again and welcome to the Prince Magnum channel where hot rodding and romance do coexist. I'm your host Prince Magnum. Welcome once again to Surviving Romance, and in this episode we're going to begin tackling the subject of things that we can do that are outside of the tradition today for Valentine's Day. Okay, what do I mean by tradition? A lot of husbands, including me, for many years would buy our wives flowers, candy, stuffed animals, lingerie. Uh, you know, sometimes those little smut romance books. We would, you guys get this. This is the norm, okay? But let's think outside of the box. Let's go back to when some husbands would go that extra mile, go that above and beyond sort of thing. What is that above and beyond that we can go to? I don't know many wives that don't enjoy a good spa. And spas are a great way for wives to feel pampered, to unwind, to get a great deal of relaxation. It's very expensive and can hit the pocketbook very hard. You see where this is going? What can we do to make our wives feel pampered for Valentine's Day? I have a solution. The solution is so simple that it really doesn't require a whole lot of ingenuity. It just requires some know-how and a few bits and pieces, just like you were building a car project. So, just like doing a project on your car, you need tools and you need basically, you see where this is going to go. So let's start off with something very simple, very easy in this mini series. The first up is a normal hot foot soak with an exfoliation that I've done numerous times for Princess Faye. When she comes home from work, her feet are hurting. She just needs to unwind, and this is just something that we as husbands can do, and it doesn't require much in the way of effort. So, right out of the gate, the first thing that we are going to need is we are going to need a place that we can place our wives' feet. And this little particular tub right here is actually a tub that it was used in a pizzeria. My Princess Faye does work in a pizzeria, and as you can tell, this has been dropped a couple of times. When these corners get broke off, they can't use them anymore, so they throw them out. Princess Faye brought a couple home, and this is the one that we have specifically designated for her to soak her feet in. Now, obviously, you guys don't have to do that. Go check out your local pizzeria. You don't have to do that. But if you do work in a pizzeria and come across something like this, it wouldn't hurt. But you can pick up something just like this. You can get like a wash basin from your local pharmacy. They're that pinkish color, just like you see in the hospitals. You can get the same exact thing for actually a fairly reasonable price. They're ridiculously cheap. If you don't want to do that, you can go right over to like a Dollar Tree, a Five and Below or something like that, and look for some sort of like storage bin that would be wide enough and deep enough for you to soak your wife's feet. So that's perfectly, just like when you're changing your oil on your car, You got to have somewhere for the liquids to go. So right back to the car analogy. All right. So this is what we'll be using in this video. But again, for you husbands out there, if you want to do the same exact thing, now you know, just get yourself, you know, like a storage tub from, you know, like Walmart, you know, Five Below, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, and they will be able to carry it. And if you tell them what you're using it for, I know that there will be plenty of people that will be glad to help you, especially if you nab up a lady. I'm doing this for my wife. Trust me, they will bend over backwards to help you. All right. The next thing you're going to need, besides the fact you're going to be putting hot, warm, basically warm water in here, you're going to need something else to put in here. Now, I know a lot of people right now, oh, bath bombs or, skip all that. Just go over to, I know there's dollar stores of some sort still out there where anything you go in, like here where I live, we got Dollar Tree. And with Dollar Tree, everything in there is $1. So I went over to see our friends at the Farmington Dollar Tree, and they hooked me up with some Epsom salt. Now this Epsom salt does have a spearmint and menthol scent. Is that necessary? Not at all, okay? But this will actually help kind of loosen up the dead skin to kind of prepare for that exfoliation. So this is an absolute must, okay? You're going to, basically what you're going to do is bring this up to what a good hot bath would be, and then you're going to put the Epsom salt in there, and we're going to stir it around real good, and that'll actually help with the exfoliation process. So now that we've got that covered, just like with a good oil change, you got to have a good oil to put in there. Well, with the Epsom salt, pretty much whatever you can get your hands on. Pharmacies, obviously, like I said, Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Walmart, shoot, a lot of places carry this stuff. Get it wherever you can get it, and get it as reasonably priced as possible, because this stuff can get kind of expensive, just like with your motor oils. All right. Now, I did mention exfoliation. Now, for those of you out there that doesn't know what exfoliation is, it's basically using something abrasive on the skin to remove like dead skin, blackheads if you're doing the facial sort of stuff and things like that. You did see where this is going. So you need something abrasive. Think sandpaper, if you will, but don't grab any sandpaper. That'd be freaking weird. Okay? But we will need something good and solid to, rub on Princess Faye's feet to smooth out the surfaces, to make her feet feel better. And what I have here is a pumice stone. Now, I've had this for a little while, and like I said, I've been doing this for a good minute. Some of your Dollar Trees will carry this, Walmart, Target. I don't know if there's a Kmart anymore. I think that might be a thing of the past. Just places like that. If you can't find them, go in, ask the people. They will be glad. Again, if you find any ladies in there, I'm doing this foot spa thing for my wife. I want to do something special for her, blah, 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 blah. Believe me, there's a lot of ladies that will just about knock over aisles just to help you find, they just run right through shelves. Just trying to help you find what it is you're looking for. And a good pumice stone goes a long ways. Again, get them as cheap as you can. This is going to be one of these times. Pumice stone is still just a pumice stone, okay? So definitely pick one of these up. And if you plan to do this a couple more times, obviously, get one that you're going to feel comfortable with. And like I said, we've used this one. I've used this one on Princess Faye's feet quite a few times. But if you cannot find a pumice stone for some odd reason, maybe you just didn't get lucky enough to find one that, that's really worth your time, do not fret. I'm going to show you a quick life hack that'll help you out with this whole exfoliation process. Basically, what I have here is one of your normal dish sponges. Now, this side we're very familiar with, but this side is got that green scrubby abrasive, okay? And basically you can put this right on, and same exact thing as this, Um, so, I mean, if you can't, obviously if you can't find one of these, this will do just fine. Just do me a favor. Don't mistake this for when it comes time to do dishes. It's just disgusting. Now that we've discussed all the tools and the ingredients that you're going to need to go into this process, just like doing it again, this is just like doing something to your car. Okay, you need all the right tools and you need all the right pieces to go back into your project. Well, think of it this way. A lot of times our relationships are like our life project, if you will. Okay. So if you want to, to keep your loving wife happy and to make her, to give her all the bragging rights she could as your wife and all this other stuff, these are the things you're going to need. But there is one ingredient that we haven't talked about. We are talking about a hot foot soak, and we need to talk about water. Now, obviously, if you live like here in Bonterra, the water is extremely hard, and it has a lot to do with a lot of the mining that used to happen in the area. So it will make it a little difficult for the Epsom salt to kind of break down. So you're just going to have to work at it a little bit. But don't worry about it. I mean, again, it's kind of one of those things, if you stick with it, it will be fine. But the main thing that I want to talk about with water is water temperature. Now, because I'm retired from the medical field, I remember back in my days when I was studying to be a CNA, and we were talking about bath water, which, we're going to talk, that's what we're dealing with here. When you talk about bath water and or hot water in general, it should be noted that water doesn't have to be boiling to cause third-degree burns. If you will, water that's at 115 degrees Fahrenheit can actually cause third-degree burns to normal human skin after 15 minutes. So, knowing that knowledge, you're going to shoot where it's just you know what bath water is supposed to feel like. If you got kids, you definitely know what it should feel like. But this is just, remember that we're not looking to scald or cause third-degree burns or a trip to the burn ward for our other half. We're looking to relax them. So be very, very mindful of your water temperature. And if you've got anything like a probe thermometer or one of those infrared thermometers, use it and use it to your advantage. Because if you don't, the last thing I want to hear about, is your other half having to go to the hospital because of a third-degree burn. So be smart, husbands. All right. So now we have all the tools in place. We have we have these, and the only thing that we need from here is hot water and 2 towels. Okay, you're going to need 2 towels. So if you've not gotten those together, now definitely be a good time. Let's go set this up and let's get to work. Well, there you have it, folks. Another one to the books. Again, you know, let me leave this message for the wives. I know some of you out there are going to say, you know, if you decide to watch this video, you're going to look at your, you know, at your husband, your boyfriend, whatever, and however it works in your relationship. Again, you know, I use husband, wife as a generic term nowadays because times have changed. But however it is in your relationship, if you look at your other half and say, why aren't you doing this? Maybe they have something else in mind. I don't know. I'm not in their shoes. I'm just providing detailed, you know, kind of details that I do for Princess Faye in helping her feel pampered, to remind her that I still love her. And, you know, be sure to ask your husband, your other half, what romance is to them. Because whatever it is to them may not be the same as what it is for me. So, just bear that in mind. You could be trying to compare apples to oranges in this case, and not apples to apples. So, just bear that in mind. Every husband's going to be a little bit different, and yours may have a totally different idea for Valentine's Day. So, that brings us to a good stopping point in this video. If you like this, be sure to hit the like button, and if you're not subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button. As usual, there will be shout outs at the end of the video, like there normally is. We're doing it a little bit differently. Basically, special thank yous will come up on a black screen, you know, as a, you know, of the wonderful people that are very strong and prevalent within the Maverick Nation. So, if you want your name on that list, if you have a YouTube channel, make sure that you shout me out, and make sure that you let me know you shouted me out. Leave it in the comments box below. So, as usual, get out there and work on a project. I don't care what it is, just do something with yourself. Remember, idle hands and a creative mind go together like oil and water. If you have a sweetheart, sweep them off their feet. Do something special for them today. And as always, for all of you out there, if no one out there has told you that they love you today, Prince Magnum does. God bless you, and have a happy 24. Thank you.